Welcome back, Star Wars fans, to episode 30 of Ronald's Reviews, and today's review is about a recent eBay purchase that I made of something that has been a notable absentee from my Star Wars collection for quite a few years now. Now, strangely, the advice I give to other people when it comes to these sort of items isn't actually the advice I take myself. I do things quite differently when I'm purchasing these items myself, and I will explain more and why that is when the video starts. But I also want you to get involved, guys. At the end of this video, once you've seen the purchase, I'm going to explain to you what price I paid. I also then want you to get involved and tell me if you feel I paid too much, if you feel I paid a fair price, or if you feel like I got a bargain. I'm always extremely interested to know what other people feel when it comes to price. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it, guys. I hope you find it interesting. And as always, cue the march. And there we go, everybody. So the absentee from my Star Wars collection for quite a few years now has been an original Millennium Falcon. Now, going back to the advice that I mentioned in the intro, whenever anyone asks me about picking up vintage Star Wars vehicles, I always recommend, if they can afford it, to buy complete. That's because if you're tempted to buy a cheaper one that's incomplete and think, well, I'll just restore it over time, whilst that's not a bad idea when it comes to cost, because it does reduce the cost over a period of time, if you can afford to buy complete, I recommend you do so. You could pick one of these up complete for around £150, whereas if you buy incomplete for cheaper and then try to get the bits as you go, most of you will know that trying to get bits alone is really expensive. They usually come with a lot of pieces missing, so they often come without a canopy lid, without a top cannon, without sort of a hollow chest table, and once you get into all those little pieces, you end up paying more than what you would have done if you bought complete. So I always recommend you buy complete. However, I purposely buy incomplete for various reasons. One, I do it that way because I actually enjoy the process. I enjoy sourcing new parts and I enjoy the process from start to finish. Two, again, like I said, cost, it actually helps spread the cost, so I prefer to do it that way so you don't feel that financial hit all in one go. And three, it makes me feel like it is then my Millennium Falcon. If I just bought complete off somebody else and displayed it, it just kind of feels like I'm displaying somebody else's Millennium Falcon, whereas this way, by the end of the process, because I've changed the appearance of the Millennium Falcon, it then feels like mine, and I enjoy the process, and I feel like I'm giving back to the Star Wars toy community. So if there was 100 Millennium Falcons before, once I finish it makes me feel like there's 101, whereas if I just bought complete and then displayed it, there would still only be 100. So it kind of makes me feel like I'm giving one back to the Star Wars toy world. So that's why I do it this way, but I recommend to other people that if you can afford it, buy complete, because it will cost you more in the long run, even though you can spread the cost. Okay, so let's take a look at this guy. So as you can see, like I said, it's incomplete, so straight away we can see that it's missing its radar dish just there. We're missing the top cannon as well. Externally, it looks like, unless you can see something I can't, guys, let me know afterwards, it looks like externally that's all we've got missing. Luckily we've got a canopy lid, which they're quite expensive to pick up, but luckily I got one with this, and the glass for the top cannon. Sometimes they're missing as well, so I'm really pleased. The legs, you can't actually see the legs, but I'm very lucky that the legs are really solid. Often these legs, the clips are broken, so when you pull them out they just drop back in, or even if they've not broken, over time they become sort of loose and worn. So when you pull the legs down and then try to sit the Millennium Falcon on them, they then just retract under the weight of the Falcon and it just falls to the ground. So luckily all three legs are intact, all clips are fine, and they're nice and solid as well, so they work really well. So let's take a look inside. So there we go, guys, the panel's off, we're now inside. So straight away, obviously you can see some pieces missing, but often there's pretty much everything missing in this back panel. Usually when you buy incomplete there is nothing present, so I'm quite lucky that I've got a hollow chest table just there, so that's present, so I'm really happy with that. This back panel is often missing as well, this partition panel, so I'm really pleased that that's there because they can be quite expensive to pick up. The boarding ramp struts, I do need two boarding ramp struts just there. The training ball and training ball holder, and also need, and a smuggler's panel I need to pick up for there as well. But most notably, I do need a gunner chair. You can pick them up in two pieces, but hopefully I'll be able to get one complete. So between everything in the back and externally, I sort of need maybe 6 or 7 pieces, so still quite a lot. But I'm really happy with what's present. I think it will still be minimal effort and cost to get this complete. The decals are in great shape. Often the afterburner decals at the back here are really worn and rubbed. They look in fantastic shape. I'm really pleased with that. And there is some decals on the inside which you can't quite see. There is one there, which again look in really good shape. They may even be repro ones, to be fair. They actually look that good. It makes me think they may be new. But I'm actually really pleased with this. I think it would say will take minimal cost and effort to get this guy complete. But I'm really happy with what I got included. So yeah, 6 or 7 pieces should do it. Okay, so that being said, you've now seen externally and internally the condition and what I've got included. I'm going to tell you the price. So there we go, everybody. You've now seen the condition that I received this Millennium Falcon in. You've seen the pieces that are missing and you've seen the pieces that are present. So I'm going to tell you what price I paid for this. Now, I paid £27 for this. That's not including postage. And I actually think I got a really good deal. I think I got a bit of a bargain. That's just my opinion. But I want your opinion. I'm always interested to know what other collectors and other enthusiasts feel when it comes to things like price and value of certain items. So leave in the comment section below if you feel I got a bargain, if you feel I paid a fair price, or if you feel I paid too much for this. I'm always interested to know other people's thoughts when it comes to prices and value. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. I hope you consider leaving a like and subscribe. It really does help the channel. Hit that bell notification to make sure you don't miss a video. Please leave any comments or questions in the comment section below. I enjoy reading everyone's comments and always try to reply to people. And as always, keep collecting, and I'll see you on the next video.